Hi everyone, Chef Anthony here from Don's Appliances. Today I'm going to go over the Thermador double wall oven. So I'm going to open this up, kind of talk about this, the interior and kind of what's going on. Then I'll talk about the control board and kind of how everything runs. So in here, the first thing you see is the convection fan and the dedicated back. That's really where that fan turns on, that convected air flies through all those dimensions and really hits those grates and the glass to make sure there's continuously circulated air throughout. Convection fan really sets everything apart for your cooking and your performance. So now, not only does it preheat faster, but you're gonna get that airflow to really make everything brown from edge to edge, really see that great performance in this oven. Two other broiler, here's your broiler element up here, okay? It's your mirrored broiler element, and here's your hidden bake element. So that really is all the kind of heartbeat of your oven. You have your lighting on the side, you have your extended glide racks that come out right here. So there's a few, you get two in this oven. You know, we didn't show the other one, but you know, 3 panes of glass right here. And really what we want to watch right here is this venting for the door, because if we get any liquid in here, it'll get in between the panes of glass, and that's really what you'll see streaking on your door. So really be mindful of this in the cleaning process, okay? So let's close that up, and you know, let's talk about some fit and features. Let's talk about what it does. So we'll hit the on button right here. Thermador, thank you, that's so cool. Love that. All right, so you're really gonna see the home screen, and this is all icon based, so you're really gonna, it's gonna tell you what it is, really gonna highlight the burners and, you know, things that it uses. So first one is convection bake. That's our standard right there. So that's our convection fan, broiler element, bake element. You're gonna get a little bit of everything. This is ideal for like cakes and pies, you know, brownies, something that needs that bake element on the bottom, you know, the really thick high wall pan, stuffed shells, lasagna, things of that sort. Right here's our best friend. That's really what sets this oven apart. It's really the true convection. When we talk about true convection, it's pure European convection. So it will receive even heat from rack to rack to rack. This is multi-rack cooking. So if you guys remember anything from this video, you need to know multi-rack cooking. Anytime there's more than one item in there, you use this true convection button, because what it's gonna do, if I hit true convect 325 and hit start right now, that means the bottom rack's gonna be 325, middle rack's gonna be 325, top rack's gonna be 325. It's all gonna receive the same heat so you can continuously cook multiple items, okay? Next is our standard broiler element, our Highs 550. It's a mirrored broiler element, works really well. The next one is our convection broil. So convection broil really takes it up another level. So not only are we broiling, but now we're using the convection fan to fly that air all the way through. So regular broil, you're gonna melt like garlic toast, or you know, you got your onion soup, you just want to brown on top. In convection broil, we're gonna use the broiler element and that convection fan to fly all the way through. My example of this is, you know, cherry tomatoes and asparagus. If we put that on a sheet tray, oil it and season it, it's really gonna brown the tomatoes and the asparagus, but the convection fan air is gonna fly all the way through and make sure it cooks through. So think about that. Even if you have a small steak or a piece of fish, you wanna use that convection broil element or option if you have it, instead of the regular broil, because if we just use the broil, we're just gonna brown it, but it's not gonna be cooked all the way through, okay? Everybody loves this, dedicated pizza setting. So it's gonna be at 400 degrees. You use the broiler in the bake element. This can be a pizza stone setting as well. You can use a frozen pizza, you can use a fresh pizza, you can use a store-bought pizza. It's all pizza, you know what I mean? So it's great stuff, and you know, you can actually use a stone here and have some fun with it, okay? One of the few ovens with a built-in rotisserie. So there's a built-in motor in the back. This is a dedicated rotisserie setting. Comes with the rack provided. Comes with a rotisserie setting. It's really just set it and forget it. It's just super easy. Kind of the only one in the industry with a rotisserie. Think about this max broil. So this is really using the whole broiler element. This is if you want to blast it, really get it broiled fast. It is high and hot. You don't have to do it on the top shelf. You don't even have to have it cracked. You could do it on the very bottom, but it really radiates the heat at 550 super fast. So think about that max broil as, you know, just, I got to toast something. You want to do marshmallows real fast, instantly, things like that. And then they have the max broil with the convection as well. So think about that. Again, what we touched on before with the convection. Slow roast, check this out. This is super fun too. This is a 200 degree. This is low and slow. This is a great application to do ribs in your oven, or do a pulled chicken dish, or even like do slow cooker chicken. Like kind of mimics your crock pot on your stove, and it gets that out, and you can put it in your oven, keep it nice and slow, okay? Dehydrates our next one. So this is cool. So now we can do apple chips, banana chips, beef jerky, things like that at a low temperature. We'll warn you though, it takes a little bit more time to do that, maybe 1 to 2 to 3 hours, depending on your recipe, but it's super fun. Versatility in your oven, you know what I mean? That's really why you buy these things, for versatility and kind of the cool stuff you can do. Speaking of cool stuff you can do, proof is our next step. So it'll say 100 degrees, and what that means is we're gonna make any yeast-raised dough double in size. So think about bread dough, think about sourdough, think about pizza dough, you know what I mean? Any of that stuff that you need it to proof, the recipe calls for it to proof. Years ago, we would put it in a bowl, oil it, wait for it to double in size. Now we scale it in our oven on a sheet tray, let it double in size. Then we can go right into the baking process, okay? Speed convection. So this is another one too. This speed convection is really gonna cut down on the preheat time. We're gonna use our convection fan. This is ideal for convenience foods, things that come out of the freezer that are already cooked. Chicken nuggets, fresh mozzarella sticks, things like that really work well in speed and convection, okay? Next are warming. So this will hold at 170 degrees. This will turn this oven or the bottom oven into a warming cabinet. So for any fully cooked item, say you got Thanksgiving turkey done or holiday ham done, things like that, you want to keep it warm, or someone brings something and says, hey, keep this warm. You're like, okay, cool. Now you can keep it warm in a dedicated spot in your oven. Feel free to not overcook it so you have that peace of mind right there. That's great. Next is our roast setting. I jump back. There's our roast setting right here. So that's really going to use the broiler element and the bake element together, okay? This is if I would put like a stew in the oven with a lid, or braised lamb shanks, or anything where I have liquid and a lid and I don't need the convection, okay? Just top and bottom heat, earthenware crocks, heavy stobs, things like that, okay? Convection roast, that's the opposite. Now we have all 3 heat sources. We're using that broiler element, we're using that bake element, we're using that convection fan. This is for your proteins, this is for your prime ribs, this is for your Thanksgiving turkey, your holiday ham. Anything you need browning on, heat from the bottom, and convection to fly all the way through. Think about the roasted item in parentheses, okay? Your dedicated bake setting. So this is your bake without the convection fan. This is really where I would do a cake or a pie or something like that. Or if I had a cheesecake in a water bath where I had open liquid in the container, in the cavity, and I don't want the fan to turn around, slosh around, make a mess, or kind of get gunky in there. So that's the only time I use that. Convection bake, this is really where I'm gonna do my pies and cookies and everything. So think about that. That rounds out our last setting. I know there's a lot, and it's a lot of tongue twisters there, but the true convection is kind of where we end up. So you would really just, for operating purposes, you would hit start, and there it is. So it'll give us a little status bar in the center. Whenever it preheats, here's your light option. They highlight anything you want to do. Info at any time. So it uses the back element of the convection fan to circulate hot air, best for baking individual size foods. You can hit that info button kind of at any time, but it's always funner to hear from a chef. So hope you enjoy your Thermador wall oven. Happy cooking on it, and let's see what amazing things you can make.